So let's look at another example. This one I've chosen from the 2017 Northern Hemisphere exam 2, so the written exam, and this was question 2. The White Oak Theatre Club has 200 members who buy tickets for every concert. The members can choose seats from 3 different classes, A, B or C. For each concert, the choice of seat class for these members can be determined using the transition matrix shown below. So let's take a moment and interpret this matrix, matrix T. So this concert, this state, 70% of the people who bought tickets in Class A for this concert are going to buy tickets for Class A next concert. 30% of the people who bought tickets in Class A this time round are going to buy Class B tickets. And none of the people who bought tickets in Class A are going to buy Class C. So let's look at Class B for this concert, then compare it to next concert, this stage, next stage. So 25% of the people who bought tickets in Class B this time round are going to buy Class A tickets. 65% of the people who bought tickets in Class B are going to buy Class B. Then 10% of the people who bought in Class B this time are going to buy in Class C next time. And if people bought in Class C this time, 5% of the people who bought in Class C this time are going to buy in Class A next time. 65% of the people who bought in Class C this time are going to buy in Class B next time. And 30% of the people who bought in Class C this time are going to buy in Class C next time. Now, again, look at these columns. You can see they add up to 1, don't they? 1 or 100%. Okay, so 70, 30, 25, 65, 10, 5, 65, 30. Okay. An incomplete transition diagram for matrix T is shown below. Complete the transition diagram above by adding all the missing information. 2 marks. Answer on the transition diagram above. Now, side note on exams here, but quite often you'll be given like a diagram or a graph or something, and you'll be given the instruction answer on the transition diagram above or answer on the graph above. And a lot of times students miss these questions. They don't answer them because they don't see a great big space there to answer questions. They don't read that instruction and then go to the, diagram above and put it in. So make sure you are reading those instructions. Okay, let's actually answer this question now. So we've got A class here, yet 70 to 70. All right, 30. All right, so we've got something missing here, don't we? We're missing an arrow. It's got that 0.05 here. But what's going on? Is that going from A to C? No, it's not, is it? It's going from C to A. So we have to put that arrow in like that. Okay, so let's look at everything else. What else is missing? We've got A, going from A around there, 30%. Now, because none go from A to C, we're not going to have, another one coming out like that way. We're not going to have that because that is 0. Okay. So let's look at everything else. So let's look at what's happening with B. So 65% of the people who chose B are going to choose B again next time. Yep. 25% of the people who chose B are going to choose A. Yep. And 10% of the people who chose B are going to choose C. Yep. That's all right there. Okay, C, we've already figured out, okay, that was missing that arrow there from C to A. We've got this here showing that 30% of the people who choose C are going to stick with C. But we're missing this, aren't we? We're missing that between C and B, going from C to B, 65% of the people who choose C this time are going to choose B next time, and that's what we need to show there. Okay, so 1 mark, because this was worth 2 marks, remember, 1 mark was awarded for showing that arrowhead, and 1 mark was awarded for the arrowhead from C to B with the label. You had to get the label as well as the arrowhead, the correct direction, to get the full mark. Okay. So let's look at B. So the number of seats in each class chosen by these members for the final concert this year is shown in matrix S0, or initial state, as we should remember from our recursion. So there were 16 people who chose A, 96 people who chose B, and 88 people who chose C. Now that'll add up to 200, remembering there were 200 members. Now that doesn't change. There's always going to be 200 members. So what percentage of these members chose A class seats for the final concert this year? So the number of seats in each class chosen by the members for the final concert this year. So 16 people chose class A. We have 200 members. So 0.08, so that is 8%. Question C. For the first concert next year, some members will choose different seat class from the seat class that they chose for the final concert this year. What percentage of the 200 members are expected to change from Class C seats, from B class seats at the final concert this year, to A class seats for the first concert next year? Okay. What percentage of the 200 members? Okay. So it's not percentage of the people who had B, it's the percentage of all the 200 members. So let's think about this for a moment. We know that there were 96 members, 96 people who had seats in Class B. We know that 25% of them are going to choose Class A next time, okay? So 25% of 96, so let's go So 25% of 96. So 0.25 times by 96 equals, so 24 members, so 24 people who had seats in Class B are going to choose Class A. But we're not finished the question yet, are we? Because it's asked for what percentage of the 200 members are expected to change. So we know that that's 24 people out of all of the membership, which is 200. So 24 divided by 200. So that is 0.12, which is 12%. So 12% of the total membership, the 200 members, are going to change from Class B to Class A. So we had 96 people choosing B. We know 25% of them are going to choose Class A. That's how we get to 24 people. And out of the total number of total members, that 24 is 12% of total membership of 200.